tiasie Akwanya yefa so gina so eyi otoado free as Blasters coach. Ehon ensem ewa ha. Ghana Premier League games ebeto so over the weekend. Na yebisa se Hoho United ombe hana omu game over the weekend na so mo na omu game over the weekend. Obesa wote ho nsem a eso kan ho anwumre ewo Highway Sports so ni adni nyina ede ebremu program na ye live ewo on your TV or your pet TV so na on Facebook Oyerepa Radio on YouTube Oyerepa Radio uti on radio 100.7 for messages bra 0241915555 0241915555 ubetimi edo messages afawo say SMS and asa WhatsApp ni nyina de fawa ibenya brani adaje ni akenkan mu ede amount anwumre ewo dwumadi ni so solo ede ewura no ne na afinsem ewa ma no ni nyina no solo abomode ede eguo amaye solo yenkoi
right enti ye demo eko enkrofon cross na afa ye din komo kakra ewo honom ye ba anwumre se ya ye boni tew na afa ye ba fie na fisemu a ya boabo ano no ye ne mom ache ni nyina ewo eye dwumadi ni so na ena anwumre ye be din komo enso ewo eye Chelsea womo ebobo konom aso ye be din komo ewo Italy enso aso na enkomo pi ena a free ho eba Gianluigi Donnarumma we goalkeeper the man Italian national team enwa we jamuna ni team no elusi 4-1 on penalties editia Bosnia Herzegovina after say game no and they 1-1 after extra time na Donnarumma enwa say enwa na do game ni bana we no sui waso no ankasa what ni so papa na o say chese enekra no ase ni mood no enyekra na owie no ode so omugitum se oma disappointed Italy minor totally o say total disappointment at the emomo but I say we coming back together now finding courage we the better page no mama Italy we national team no Gigi Donnarumma nen samwa wori etudwa na owie ya ena o say echitafo no we di achopa kese pa ena original players no ene mpanyimfo ni nyina nim na diama Italy wo mpanyimfo anase supporters enra wo eta chi anema ankoye amfa amomo eno de free owura no aseye epa ene anwumre boss ene anopa Gabriel Gravina orani office FIGC headquarters yes no anajo after Italy defeat and supporters bebre womo edim nkosua pa ex omode call FIGC headquarters na office space no and tunkosua bro dina asay entrance ni nyina ma yes na no pa Gabriel Gravina echo the office okwa cheso ramu krenya yo ni nya ni supporters no akom edim nkosua kose ono mo eno frustration chere edin match FIGC empanyimfo losa enra womusum etumi anya sa game ni ma ye de eno so nsem no na de mamo dwumadie no eso Fabio Borini ankono de ebeka so ade no anse da mo to the top pound oboade ba na onye players wodi kese pa anka ye tie ball mudi na Fabio Borini problem with Italy national team no above Gennaro Ivan Gattuso or say major issues no within the FA which is the FIGC or say how problems do na entebia hotiachire na yoso Gattuso krasa onyade enuntina Italy omo national team no wo muntwataw na o say he ne onim ball ni mu Italy o wo say proye pa FIGC ni mu no so ma anya major restructuring na o ma anya niema ebeboa man Italian football asa peja ene de bia say ane beye wo mu kwa ombeba no say o wan no de Italian national team no first in chain national clubs Esia kai Italy wabra wamuswerem Europe modern ball against other clubs and so Europe sitting in our cambo who say Italy football na conform na major issues no FA na also mo address enya Gattuso and also address national team no no Fabio Borini former player at the Liverpool Italian international one some man come out what you to jump far Italy almost problems no Lamine Yamal at the statement ababonte enyumre na enra wabra Egypt any Spain ebo friendly game nim no on sana Spain a cheetah for no na omoto racist chanton na enyuma no omoto no womu chiremu the one who doesn't boo is Muslim. There's some person who chesa say Egypt for no womu Muslimi for into omu Spain omu huru omu na eno ena Lamine Yamal and area this statement abano say adeye no course no na targeted at Egypt but esan say me cremonia me dimiti bo fam no men so sane man so na sebi enyo obi kala nko an na edidi na tem o say religion ne kra na Spanish fans enra na omu ehu Egypt national team based on omu religion no wonu Lamine Yamal ogidi say entwa Spain fans anka ombetumi aye better or say nera ho papa na odi ho yaw eso maybe to say Spain wama chita for ebeto sanum no edi ehuru Egypt wamu eboboko no abrana wamu so ani omu ebokema eno ensemo Lamine Yamal ensom edi etudwa wuram Al Nassr boboko ni ma de yete ene say na Cristiano Ronaldo wire full training as I said the team doctors Al Nassr Ese wa returning to full physical form. Say, are you ready? Ese weekend games eba obesia kan ede ama Al Nassr. Wamwe bobo kono nana Ronaldo participate here intensive training sessions Al Nassr bobo kono I said the bibia HS Alpha here after saying omu boss game Ronaldo ensi akan biem enfama Al Nassr no return ejen ama Al Nassr bobo kono na bibia so akokama ejen ama team na ye no so onsam no eba wuram English police womo dajaba esoma omo arrest fan ba ko a wono Ocheso Echitani the man Newcastle United Bobo Kono na nanu ada wabra Newcastle any Sunderland ebo the English Premier League nimo Emma Sunderland ebeti say 2-1 time minute Brian Bobe ni go no na unim say game ni drew baby stop here ni nyina ne say abante a ye friend no say Gertruda no bo Edema Sunderland chese supporters ne de color Edi na temo Emma eduru baby na chese won say stop game no na ye report racist abuse ne dem officials Emma omo yes omo ye hwehemu kakra ewo stadium I say womo de abetu dwa so match supporter ba ko a womo gidie so no enanam ede Gertruda Nikala enso edidi na temo a womo ede ne be famra kwan so enso ewo Newcastle United womo ebobo ko ma ye de eno so won samna de ma ewo jumadie ni so ene enwumre Bayern Munich ene yes omo esom be conduct own medical test on Harry Kane after say Harry Kane enra or picking a minor injury England ni Japan gamer womo boy went to me ensia kan am from the 3 Lions of England no dia omo ekotwa test and some kind of test no much to take as can be na from her esen engine no enya dia be dangerous said the man a weekend obetimi abo de ama Bayern Munich wom enso eboboko no Bundesliga ni man no de free Bayern almost share eba boss Chelsea the financial statement aba na Chelsea chiremu the year 2024-2025 almost recorded pre-tax loss best 262 million pounds. Yes, in the history of English football, club Bianiwa Safina Barrier pa now boka to the tune of 262 million pounds. Chelsea Bobo Kone di Abaso a cap 2024-2025. Omo boy any SSK we no unprecedented. Na FNO at the report biaba a chance say Chelsea Bobo Kono sika omutia eden ama agent Eddie form players no enye sika ketwa now colleague ni ma team otua sika kese pa Chelsea yeso mutua 38.4 million pounds and a dima agent just team odina chikwa Aston Villa no best half of that amount and Aston Villa itua eden my agent say Chelsea omo boka agency fee one no enso de be account bi and omo enso atumi anya losses 2024-2025 one season omo so asi akan mu ayede and so enkomo no de ema dwumadi no so agina so de nkrofon cross on sem no aba na wie ye ne anwumrei dwumadi no so perfect skin and body therapy pimples stretch marks nenso ben kotwa tattoo any akra yebeyi e free skin any e de ama ye body slimming body enlargement flat tummy na fe ya stomach reduction e de account my body no enye fema shape no enye kama perfect skin and body therapy and edi say juma no e de ama kuma say and cran takra the branches ya to apete ho 0553312911 perfect skin and body therapy be perfect. PKB group of companies budget brand new car tires and I said brand new car batteries and also you be ewo ya so ye papa ne bo ne wo form odu good car na se a e man nante kama e de man o car na hu hia pa enti ento tire bia keke ento battery bia keke emfa ensi so PKB yen e na ye ma papa no tafo kramofo asia ne hwe animu ofori chrome new road junction and a brigade I know ewo Teshinungwa beach koina ekotema ewon kran for 0209170030 any PKB ending komo reko eba mixture eboa etu koko ase eboa tu pressure ase infections enamu yade etu ase menstrual disorder male vitality chese mema yempaso agudie ne betu mpon a reko herbal mixture and a general well-being and also a boa papa herbal shop chemical shop o my Ghana mu baby a ubenya reko herbal mixture no ebi ato o pedodo a for 0244 47 0067 0244 47 0067 Bash digital satellite decoders no bejibi ewo masye game centers hotels guest houses restaurants individuals moko basha obemom decoder ni bi TV ne so ebefe na e kama oye installation amamo wia no aye recharge e de account Abreport Junction ship mo ho e na bash e wo 0200050848 ene bash endi enkomo Pillar of Zion Church International e de the annual Passover Easter Convention 2026 e so Baba Yara Sports Stadium Heroes Park eyo china ena dwumadi no e hyase china no pa 8:30 nyame ya adomo a ye hia ewo Heroes Park Baba Yara Sports Stadium na nwumre no aye 6:30 at 6 p.m. ti anopa bia 8:30 nwumre 6 p.m. o china nyame ya adomo a ekopem eye kwasiada eye feed April evangelist akwasia wa General Overseer Pillar of Zion Church International ono ena ebedi dwumadi no enim the oil of the Holy Spirit honkonkro no enwosra no eno ene asemti a eda dwumadi a ye no esunti abra na ye nyina ye nkamum na ye nche Awurade asem na afei ye ngin hyira bi a ewo eye sa dwumadi ase ye de amanone nsem ene aboafo ho nsem no e de esi ewo dwumadi ne so ene enwumre Lindaberg ewo KNUST Lindaberg ene eye wawoda ewo show a special birthday Jibo etwaso ede amamo live on Oyerepa 100.7.
Okay, solo yeda se Solomon Kata ena odi ram on ne nkofon cruise ode ensem no aguo ede amaye Captain Apomboko de
opani moye
senyo me koso kama
adun moye pa.
Okay, all right. I brought you the message via ba na mamenhwe message no say blaster coaches ensem no I ask him o say Ket Okraku should have fired himself before anyone. It's better to shut up on the number of people who have applied for the job. Last time it was 700 applicants, and yet none of them got the job. The job was given to Otto, who never applied and didn't even meet any criteria. Stephen Adani Dankwa, Eddie Free, JJD Clothing, Tema Community 3. Fire no. Now last time I have pay coach, I'm gonna be coaching Blasters no. The criteria about 2 a month for by apply for Blasters job no. And come on hey. Coach o meet criteria o ma sete and no hey me yakofa no man be coaching Blasters no. We ede yakoye chikakra. Coaches are my adwuma. Under this current FA when it comes to Black Stars, it looks like FA with Ketukreko as FA president. Black Star coaches are appointing in Nkoye.
Of course. Say clear. I don't know they said the whole be away. So over no coaches or do maba. Ubodin over 2 kwasiapia anu you know the Sika kuno buy. After Sika kuno anoko for Milu or say enye ye fence Matramakwe omako for Milu diaba. Then after Milu I think it was Otuado. Then Otuado Anokoye Anokofa Chris Wooten by Amfa Otuado return and only the do something to enjoy me. And will be all consider mini tested by a right. 7 minutes on Kamaka Notum. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the number of coaches or my applying here, it's about getting the right coach for Ghana. That's some of us will take a decision, for the interest of Ghana. No. I hope that's how it is. Now, on the right coach. I don't think that coach will be better in here. The type of coach I gotta be here in the what does it? In the type of coach I gotta be here in the so it's a matter of pursue coaches now. Coaches CB. Like an opana can criteria, coach the free and as a criteria I can na and they say yes, it's about 71 days to the World Cup. And for that, you will not need a coach all but afraid all new to your system. No? That is why ABM Legagu means support. Right? But we say Avero now, fine. He's been here, he understands the African football. No? He's worked Ghana as a physical trainer, Zambia as a head coach, Adomako Cup of Nations, and I think La Côte d'Ivoire as a head coach of the Cup of Nations. So he understands your terrain with your players. No? Right? Coach Kwasiapia, yes, he understands your system. No? But for being interested, including the FA president, every can be last up a core, you know, and Kwakwa Nimus these are 2 coaches. Now consider about 610 million or whatever coaches. Papa woman here. So the FA and yet the FA say that critical man. And I will also say that the ministry will not sit down for the FA to appoint coach on their problem.
You bet me a trusty FA we say yes, I'm a for coach the Black Stars.
No, for that trust. No.
See, enjoy money so Munsango for coach in
we shouldn't. I don't think so we say trust them. Because all my excess say coach is almost the abano. It's either there's something wrong. I want to make country and not only every coaches no. That's why they want to keep them. Because like the FA president can say, if indeed the interest of Ghana they go to our and catch it. I say go and catch it. And American even at this point in time, cry sacking no. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And you know, I think that almost the ministry no, all the chair coach for Kano must have a say. And for that matter, the government must have a say, a bigger say. So the Black Star all for him, or mine. And you know, or mine will rise so because to do open your more ABI, or you be a half idea, you free send the reading penal. That's what I'm a Panama can say. If the government decide on which of the coaches are here can be, say Kosiapia, say Havira now, the FA cannot say no. Because I am all this. Why do you be Otoado and fat now defend it? Now all kinds of markets here. If we go tournament, but got me got another Ronaldo Messi team no. We see the point. Ya can't be every day. To the extent that Ghana, the players are the so-called foreign-based players are Gio Mudino. But against colleagues of non leagues, no more put no more put your partner. So
coaches are Omaba and Urake to create time as FA president. Only say none of them it would be anywhere. The winning percentage impo edu 40%.
Of course, including Otoado. That is why I'm surprised that your prayer council walk and say
Sika Kono,
none of them.
Milovan Rayabac, Otoado, Chris Hutton, and then Otoado. But the problem is, say Obekaya, Chris Hutton, a government appointment. Bonus Wankoyi.
Well, Sunday, you know, it comes back to the same way. Say, well, Sabaso finance and year. Say, it's the same as if it's over Amfano. So we are talking about 4 or 5 coaches, FA, as against one government, Ebem. You see? Who think I didn't call you? No, be a free ni CV. Of all the coaches of Amfano, we are sure to be a CV catching. I said no to including Milo. In terms of pedigree, they were coachy. But nobody is saying say we are buying for coach bar at all costs. The coach, you know, Barbe Sisaniema overnight. But we should have a coach who cannot be influenced. Because maybe GD pass everybody is getting a certain a name from the coaches are everybody. That is why they keep going for them.
Okay.
So we need a coach who is firm. Have you now know do or Mama F to be detective man? I was happy I would not come for the FA to be detected too. Now I share say also experience in the continental way. Right? And Obian you two say the World Cup 2014 I can't watch him. Because here just a coincidental issue by. It has nothing to do with technical ability. But just that here. So if Nanka camp is sounder, let's say Nanka we could have gone far.
Besamfa ayi Otoado ebe Blasters coach in the second camino. Oba ya yedi yini
22 matches.
Number of games oboy na captain yenhwa de kakra.
22 matches. 9 defeats, 5 draws and 8 wins.
But 22 games.
22 games.
We need 8.
I win 8.
And our board draw 5.
And
Olusu more than games we need.
Of course.
Or concede 35 goals. No, say 35 goals. And or concede 28.
Yeah.
22 games no. MI came out 66 points. See funny now by points.
Okay.
We have 29 out of 66 points.
Average
point per game 1.32.
So after German game, don't believe you know, a journalist asked me this question. And we'll post with this statistics at the man. And they didn't want to engage in that. By
our preko, our former player, the man the Black Stars, was a coach or say, or not dear or tenacity dear. Unim die ma ye gina so pa se Ghana for so to ado nyade amya pamo to ado.
There's never the right man for the job until Sonia can start here, Juma. About matches, my 2 matches, no, they qualify for World Cup. No, about World Cup. World Cup, no, so, Ocean percentage, and then, a cotton asibium. Then, Yedema, other 2 coaches, near Sabaji and Edema Nubium. Until that time, no, now to me, Kajem say he wasn't the right man for the job. Or they were qualify for World Cup, or World Cup, or matches. And, the SOY World Cup, and he did it. We didn't disgrace ourselves. Oh, no, not that time, no, the right man for the job. Until so, Uboko, Jumanuma, a bit too sinino, and then he can be judged say Onyakono is not the right man for the job because Italy for man qualify for coaches are one for man qualify for the World Cup. No, you mean because no the right people for the job. Who show me certificate high profile coaches but Antoine for Mamu maybe they have to look elsewhere or they continue with the Omo one. And see, Otono is just unfortunate it didn't work out for him. Maybe Anko even didn't qualify us to the AFCON, but or they qualify for the World Cup. But I see say sometimes your second coming, especially your second coming, one year na akose ni mabebre.
Eno coach ya preku ono so de a ode atu edwa eno no nti captain ona abamufo ban omo mo masonte se yempe another problem bia kofa coach bia ba na abaye blasters ne basa. That's why we need a fighter. Because in the last 4-5 years captain okay can you mention yes ya qualify for World Cup and this anyoma no but enye World Cup ayako make impact bia under Uraka to Kweku administration the first World Cup 2022 okay group stage ni film yes sir anyway yes I qualify we nyamoy ene ehu ba bi ebedi but over World Cup na Cup of Nation kan ho a and for all other sectors of our football Premier League Division 1 women's football bibia na akakaboma me de me ya ja tum say Ghana as a country since yenya independence 6 March 1957 your worst moment by Rome as a football nation any time we what is what you yamaka sa period we ayi wo mi what you yamaka sa timo no kre and we nyesho to Ghana ni obi tuma this.
That's why I'm just surprised that coach ya pre konsema work no say if onim hwe kra the statistics you do so master him onim hwe kra even the first 2022 no 12 matches or boy the win percentage on your 4 wins 4 defeat 4 draws even in 2022 so he has never impressed but also I mean not first now me come because now me the biana mo adwunu bi say a homegrown coach yeah my local coach opportunity na ye but maybe be who say ade any team time about Australia game we Ghana for your breakfast the last 3-4 years okay you can want say mo but full pass your bobo e tan ye fe anya Ghana e boro no your identity is lost under coach Otu Ado. The game plan the pattern of play I don't know how you could do any pattern of play on the opponent over. That's where that interview we and man them because no that's how kind of crash it you young boy now say you be boy we near pam Otu Ado maybe that time the who na be win but who predict it and I did a but after Australia game no me share game no kakra hands so Ghana pa ni e ba ko na Australia ama de ombo to go ni coach goalkeeper save so kwa yan kan am ya disgrace you say your PS ball the better and bigger teams in Europe like I watched Egypt against Spain Cote d'Ivoire against Japan you saw them and say yes this is an improved size by na year quarter say Austria share 5 ya brako ozu bibia now ko Japan chayo de unya utim no untimi nya first 11 after with the team aqua Cup of Nation now say after with the team I failed to play in the Cup of Nation Abebo World Cup qualifies still untimi nya team I make no yani German dey na ye no na ekoko de jon because we played the game not to concede because you look at 2-5 to say say akobo ye ball pa na adoso o don say ye no babantini ye mi ko ye nkoko ye tonchom and ye kan tonchom na ye boss in that game me na me one person me feel say me I don't care the kind of system coach do win a match But one thing that I always look for is say, you must or you should give us an identity how you play your game. Now we say coach we defensive. It's the same line echo for Allegri no. Same line support Bia when him Allegri. I say obi a football person when Allegri Bia no be catch us say Allegri is a defensive minded coach. You see the point? And you him nansa na oko. By coach oko bobo minimum o principle of play. Minimum philosophy. Now catch that is one opponent na oba no. It's just a coach just play more possessive based team now. Just how the whole level no. About go 18 more.
It depending on game kura no bebo.
And I make it so two coaches Spanish national team now. And I saw how many Egypt game no be. It do guys yes. Possession at its best. Pedri, your friends Rodri, Firmino, where we now go plus a class, a deal baby. Everything is almost possessive football. To the Ghana coach idea, and may sure say you are not getting 18 more. But you could clearly see the Egyptian team are almost at the area building with Aboku. When also get your chance and Bobby. Even though they will close, but I get your chance, no more Bobby. Also to be a stand out to pass, I must pay for that go today. Let's pay for Naji. But yeah, we hardly struggle to string 3 passes together. No players who what was the players here? Almost Europe, almost players they've seen a top football and for that matter. So almost they are playing with their peers. But I'm going so a coach, how they go through this? You better go do World Cup, right? You better go do World Cup. Not still, you party of play. Now, who can World Cup? Do go share England? Now, what England say? Who they start at is on the best show? Who go share Panama? Where all go share Australia? All go share Australia. Now, you party of play around Deco because also who team now we are. And I know him to the Australia football. So I think that decision in there, it is good. But now, the all take over is what is important. Say a nipano, somebody who understands in football. Somebody who understands in football. Somebody who knows your player, no, you play a teams, your players, no. And I think say so already are these two coaches, Coach Kosiapia and Ronaldo Ejinaye. Come pa dem mistake me I will go for Kosiapia.
We go for Kosiapia.
Mistake me me hwenchen. Me chamani baby aka Coach Kosiapia straight out. One, or respect for local football. Obenya botre I share the very best I want to be. Eddie Biakoka home. Me de bia me can see the difference is that confidence for mom. Mom the opportunity to play. The mom who say a level playing field and I able. Obani abanya bona that no kind of one I say why the handlers of Blaster bibi no. This player on name and America on this jet here. I want goalkeeper so you goalkeeper here. Huh? I just tell no who's begging here. As you imagine say a local player na koye sapon team you Austria no akwache no German no akwache team you no can say be kan Ghana new years no can who be that. But I just so coach that's what can say he's happy it happened in a friendly match. And at the World Cup stage. Na nya practice enya de you World Cup mu. Enya practice ya no enya World Cup mu. But because on the Bobo Europe, so all is well. Because Kotuado didn't call for ever turn club, ever line up as better be better hotel was Yazika. They've not seen one single player who can fit into the Black Stars of locally. Because of that kind of quite no papa. So the respect for local football no form. To the urban, yeah man of quine because there will be changes. There will be changes. After that, maybe some players who are say a jai before being never be away. Name on the opportunity if they are ready to play.
Wamo.
Kofobia tabo mu me ya.
Ona o she ho no.
Me ya just say no.
Say Omon Bob Blasters no. the moment omo ball meji ka so omo boy omo diska na che no obi adwuma na obeye
me say I am begin to accept say sankrofo no
avide for umra
say e ba so coach bi ba na ni je won a ye mom platform na ehwe na ye mama dede ayu the opportunity to come back and play
yene kasama for edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko lawyer Safuduku edi enkomo esquire lawyer yamo adwo anwumre yi edeba highway sports so se bibia bokode
oh jibo me na ndam de bibia na bokọ sa
oh ebeyeye
jina what no
anyamo nyoma beyeye why bibia no eso nyame ye
amen
aha emfia pemye ne dako
yo mate
ai ye wo hona ye de blasters ni edi ho abobo coach Otuado e de akobo friendly games mienu afi de yewie ya games mienu ye share 7-2 Austria share 5-1 and Germany share 2-1 anope ye wo ho a ye se Asante Kotoko Global Platinum Supporters Forum kuo bi aba na founder lawyer Safuduku lawyer na ekuo we do tene da bai
edu me da fi na me chia motifo nyina na ekuo ya uka yi itwa ne kan blow play yemia akoma so wade na ayepie ejese oban Kotoko na hunu se mo bebre wa as supporters ni betima ye dia boa etosun ye no onipa dodo no wa omo be passe ombo boa Kotoko no kwan bi so na to da bia ebi omo da ade ni onipa bi ombe nya resemu woni mu ene kwan ya we faso anya no mo no nyina na omohwe na mjisi ye mu bi ba bia ye doyi na ye kasema ebeto omanfo akoma so nti se de eni anama bia di kai titiko no mo de boa no benso me de yi so me de ba na saafo no me me agene sa sikasem ho de titu se Kotoko ese fa kwan bia so pesika kakra de boboa Kotoko nyuma ho do bi no benso me de ba na me de beboa Kotoko ndi zo bu side ya yen se bia me de ba se be ya omo me me gene sa kwa no so no se ye pe sika ebo Kotoko no njize ekwa ba kwa so betimi dia bo Kotoko ni
okay na we enye ebia Annex of Global Supporters Union
oh ye de o hwe ye statement ni mo a ye ka ya ni se ekwa ye ka ho bum supporters ye de ho ebe se mrafi emra bia Kotoko management another management to be able to me be so mo se bia no omomra bia no ye hwase bi edini de hwase ne ka ko mo tafi ne ka bo mo se be ya e be reflect enema bebre se di ka Kotoko di no global so gina o ma wi ase nyina ana platinum so Kotoko support the ko platinum ye emubi and I the world supporters now the forum says in Ibisia. There is something about Bokano was until we are the ultimate restitution to Ghana Hagua. See the Jenny Bassel Baya, we are safe and Egina. We will be waiting no one of us.
Okay. Lawyer, my missa we.
There will be any competition. We are
okay.
Let me go be a Juma. Yedi answer say. Yebesha mrasi emra management awon Kotoko by emra tumi management be ma supporters the biano o me se biano ya sasebi
okay na me ka se ene ya yeto abawie ema Global Supporters Council ba ya akofa problem bebre aba no na nka global asem no ka lawyer o twentwen so kakranka emwa
global de word bukasa ɛna yɛde ɛkasa no bɛyɛ no so yɛakyerɛkyerɛ yɛn nsɛm ɛdi ɛnyɛ saa politics no bi na ɛhɔ ne yɛhwɛ yɛni adade a yɛbɛtwɛn manso bia na mmom yɛdeɛ ano sɛ yɛdi toma a ɛbɛboa kɔtɔkɔ nti berɛ biara supporters leadership no ɔmmɛtoto ɔm nneɛma wie na yɛbɛhu ekuka fie biara tumi ne mmara bi a ɔno bɛba biara no yɛnyɛ kuro no yɛhyɛseɛ bi ɛsiane sɛ dwumadie no a yɛbɛdie no ɛhia ma abotire biara na yɛne obiara ɛnni manso bi atwe ɛyɛ ko a yɛde bɛboa yɛde bɛdi dwuma papa
lawyer nanka ɛnyɛ sɛ nka abɛtwɛn na odwumadie as management member ɛwɔ asante kɔtɔkɔ aba na wie yɛ nanka wate sɛ akue time yɛ a management member wasa akɔte supporters group sɛ ɛyɛ yi kakra o
complex bi yɛ no because management ne supporters akansie bi yɛ ne yɛ ntɛm ɛmaare fi sɛ meyɛ supporter ɛna mesa so management nti ɛyɛ mmom ɛbɛboa ma management dwumadie kɔ akɔ so sɛ supporter maba management na mento me supporter ataadeɛ no ntwene yɛ na meyɛ dwuma ɛbɛboa management because yɛn ɔlɛdeɛ no biribi a yɛbɛyɛ biara no ɛbɛpagya management dwumadie ɛyɛ mmoa a bɛkɔma kɔtɔkɔ mmoa biara nso kɔma kɔtɔkɔ a management yɛ a na ɛkɔ wie wɔm so ɛna sɛbisɛbi o sɛ wonim da a mede me dwumadie bɛbɛwie kɔtɔkɔ dwumadie sɛ ɛma wie da
ba sɛ de nim sɛ IMC season we ba na wie a na nka modwuma ba na wie ana nyɛ sa
but season ba wie a na IMC dwumadie ba wie IMC dwumadie ɛne supporters dwumadie no en conflict obiara nam ne kwan
nti ɛyɛ allowed sɛ a management member so betimi aform a supporters group ɛyɛ allowed ɛna o form so no one ompanyifo wɔ management ni mu onu ɔmo to adwene mo gi tum so lawyer kɔna kɔyɛ ade a woyɛ yɛ foa so
ɛmra bia ni kotokomu anase wiase a esi obi kwan sɛ obedi duma ɛbɛboa tim no ɛna ɛtɔ mie no dwumadi a ebedie no dwumadi a agye di akyire no ɛyɛ ade papa sɛ woyɛ biribi na sɛ ɛbɛyɛ na sɛ ɛnyɛ no ɛyɛ agye na ebi akyire agye di akyire no sɛ yɛbɛpagya kotokɔ akɔ level foforɔ ɛberɛ a yɛn nso yɛde yɛ mmoa kakra a yɛwɔ no ɛbɛkɔ akɔboa nti management ne support asɛm deɛ obiara ɛdi ne dwuma ɛna conflict biara nim
okay lawyer sabudu kuntie say when na kan ho executives na wonya form nya executive bia
ene ya dwumadi ekoi beto dai enipa be edunsia afremi a omoni ade ho se omdom bebukuo no nti edumadi me ya abosu me edi enemi de eye enipa ne ye kika omabom ye mobilize enipa no a enu be esa abosu me we be so no na afi ya yense se yebenya yenhia mudie a edi kan na afi yɛde ntotoa na aka nyina ato aso afi ho ndezi ya de me ma sa sie no bi no so ba unu za me de me interested in position bia nemom se ma ma ko na gina ne hia ɔmanfo nyina ba na egina wia yɛbɛpɔ mo mbɛda ko na no no mo adravo nema akoya nim
okay la enton komane so nyame ya adoma adwada moni samates an bobo ane te say supporters since 3 p.m. no munye hu bibi ma omo
on say this is the time for now no 3 p.m. no na banfo de aba enso so no e ba ye no e bi hu nkoma hwese e kan yema nyina bom na se e be hia se e be maintain no a e na ye ukoda enu fiana no ne hunu senso no ye na se etimi dia kwani mu a ba bo yen ni supporters nyina so a omuma yen gosi fiana ometi yenka na ma se ne de e match a e da kuma so pa kesi isa se you can be depend on other results no ebetimi ashepu league no say ebeji ana say eme because you know say me dey ma league no mo ba the team yes you know me dey ma match after this weekend game no you know you say dey no you so edi other match ye ji here dey beko ndi mo match no do no do we question no ebetimi ama ye match ye bo no Monday no expectation no kwa koso mo se dey ya answer ye prepare na ya say ye team no ye man tin kwa say league no enye over mo men say dey na ye other matches no dey see.
Okay. Lawyers of the 2030 7,050 and one number J.
I old race now I had for many years. 20 CDs for the Popular Sun, 30 CDs for the center line, and 70 CDs for the VIP wins. We did a from Easter Monday, the Nigeria. You know, Yamna Babaya. When you say weekend, other matches, you know. Results not look on every walk to Copa. I need to say this Monday match, no. It be a go.
Okay. Lawyer, Zakito, Onia debat or the Assembly Base, Musa Webehane pa. About your THB, any Kotoko contract in Sensem. Send it here.
THB.
Aye.
The whole brand.
The whole brand, yes.
We have been whole brand. Here is the Nekotoko, our contract. Egusua airpendi. Na the akatiri yentime enkaneha. Yentime mount the exact date contract no ebewu. By Egusu no mo edizuma. I mean say and your papa be as yema you know more anamuntuno ewie pay biano ese omo yo mo come dia pa the because one support say e pekes no on because wa atoto amayin na omo so duma die no etimi atumpon
reports and number one thing say THB contract no more extended for 2 seasons in Yanokre.
Not to the best of my knowledge.
More extended.
A major decision. They got to call it a decision here. And they are published.
Oh, okay. Inti asat ne ti ebetin aka say Asante Kotoko extended THB contract for another 2 seasons.
For Seminole Cassette, the Metal Cassette, the Piazza, Emma, management, and Mamma away.
Okay. Ate lawyer, yedase. Inti ebeja mo chita for the odija omo. Ansana, mama misa we bacho legal advisor to the Minister for Sports and Recreation, na Yemi Kotoko. Ebajo otuado pamu say the minister the beto and more advice bi we hear the contract nim ye pamona engofa ka bia amre Ghana for
a contract of this nature there Diboyana strictly speaking yana a confidential afanono o ma committee o say yemi na yem fire sem tuja the assurance with my man say emfa wa how bia Ghana.
Okay. Nti we ya pam na nyes ka kase bia na ekutua.
Oh ya pa no nje say am ye ya. E tosomo na ntiasie mu na ebesie. Bibia na ebesia.
But so we are privileged to all these discussions, contract ones and some. May I sure say, based on your position, we are privileged to sign your money now.
I think we have a discussion with you.
Sir,
na yɛntoa so
Oh, are they?
Emphasize discussion here.
Lawyer, are they? Ghana for better mutimu you.
We ministry no. Your ministry spokesperson, your wife spokesperson. Says communication via a buffer. Coaching says someone. Said it's Marian Jenny. I'm gonna communicate. The Mitmakan is a minister. On your Biblia. I don't know how. Any amani ebe my Ghana.
Okay, ati. And no supporters in UA. Banya lawyer Bajo, yes, and o confirm wo a sister station say Kotokwa extended the contract with THB for 2 years. Leslie Michael Amwako and this message we aba.
On the confirmation Kotokwa extending one contract.
THB contract for another 2 years.
And then Menkasa will THB contract on that. Since I never communicating the letter for the second time. Indeed, ignore it's one of the speculations. In the grounds be.
Okay, all right. Lawyer, and no supporters in UA.
The American supporters in Kotoko and say, league is not over for Kotoko. Still, no, I can't know say. It is near my year, near the Agina Baconia, Kumabaco, yet the any brandy, the holding in a tight to the chair. The better over Chinese league in our favor. Nanina this year. No, I said Monday, how much a day no. You bring out 3 points no. Now I keep your hopes no alive. And I know say I go here holiday at CSA there. For the first time in several years no. You bring out numbers be or said you more be in your bidder. Apart from any house of folk you want. It you know, only we say it's mission match on Monday. Sir, irrespective of other results in the Kubiano, Kilano, hopes no. Oh, it's no only focus here, very much on Monday. No, now you say convincingly. Now, say, you be actually good news.
Okay, Lawyer Savuduku, you better say me. You better say. Okay, all right. Lawyer Savuduku, Kasama for Edema Kumase Asante Kotoko. And yene no edi enkomo Captain.
Yes sir.
Lawyer no.
Yeah, Sadia. Asante Kasa we all say epukura nso togumu no. Saso na fise Kotoko supporters. They still need the numbers. Now the good thing is say we mu de omoba no. Omo nyoma je so mbetwema so eri group bia. Omoba say ombeye abeyi bi de abo Asante Kotoko. Eti osise obetime atu abosome 500 Ghana cedis. And I'll be to me, or much level class on better more. And then the class of people are almost pick or more alcohol. So, I'm sure that it got anything to do with as a tremor supporter said to Montokwa, as a tremor manager, we did but no. Once, were good intentions, there was a boss and Kotokono. Maybe the cost could be a delay. Every hour, they be our punk up and temple to do to support us and take Kotoko. You contact the group. You contact that group now. Now the Uibu Abusumi be now the Scafa from the Ghana cities. No more. Almost short term agenda, medium term agenda, and the long term agenda. So kind of more document normally by now. And you don't pass on more ye be a animal yo. You call anyone who got don't pass on your. Na yɛ kɔ akyiri paa to mpɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ ɛwɔ to bɛ de saa adwempa wei ba na sɛ timpo wei ba edu kwa sɛ discourage no instead yɛ encourage no na yɛ mo na ɔmo mfamra na ɔmo mfa bi mu akɔ Asante Kotoko because sɛ over reliance on management no edu be break it down to say if sɛ ɔmo nya nipa 100 na sɛ obi aso betumi atua 500 cedis a month. Open say ska wo. Bobo say ska we ano.
Okay.
Ebetuma ye bi e de aboa mama no.
Kati my first story to into aso na me ma say ubed emrem Hoho United ɛna report if you were eba so the other to a official page and say Oma hold emergency meeting. Na after the meeting no baby omo bedru ye eni 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League Hoho United say omo free league nim league ye kosu omo so omo free league nim enyoma ni bi ye tizon so Hoho omo sebo man
okay
so omo matches e wo Hoho e bi na unimu ye pa so mo against Vision FC.
Vision FC, yeah.
Yes. And almost supporter ba ko didi referee atem wa mo no ko didi natem. Na F4 ne say referee didn't report but we state we say supporter be didi natem. Enu nti 3 matches omuntimi mo e wo hohoi.
To wa as a game no course no. Ana o tisi na perimeter no ko didi.
O besina ko wura dressing room no.
Ana manya 3 matches.
Aye.
Okay.
Enu nsa na nchen. Say weekend here twa omo bodum FC.
Okay.
Mo say ekwan a referee no fa so sisi wo mo no.
Say Vision dum zo me nuafo.
O ma mo hu bi da. Ti ball me ensa de o ma hu say ye penalty. So ni nyina
Referee say do
referee fichiu
ana mo trainer
na dreams e show mo. To mo keka si ani hwe nwoma e koso nyina. No mo say no. League no ezo mo twom mo film. But unfortunately, Okoho ya so ya obi am beso be kasa.
Omo nyame mana.
Obi am beso be kasa, but omo so dia ba bonten. Epufu so dia say 12 boy atwam. We omo de ba around be 3.
Say epufu.
And omo de ba e nti. Hoho United or say the board of Hoho United Football Club after an emergency meeting held today has arrived at the difficult decision to withdraw the club from the ongoing 2025-2026 Premier League. This decision will be communicated officially to the Ghana Football Association. We 2 hours ago, and on the two official page, Facebook, X, baby will be ano omo ede eto. Obed, maminti way.
Hoho United. You young fan to baby kaka. Until there will be man enough to engage us in other conversations, where we will get a release from the FA acknowledging say indeed Hoho the abano. And probably on bit me make changes even in the fixtures, you young fan to kaka. Okay, I say young apostles for baby. Yebo league na young apostles for the boom say afi ade anchina Shili Sabaso enya no kore omonka obabia. So me say Ghana Premier League clubs no so mo pre-relegation e ade omoye. Omoye abunsa man for bashana na asempanyfo ne omakasa wa chire o ye bagu ne omamu amam. They will listen to their grievances and offer them some form of support. Na once at the end of the day no once na omasa atweasan. And for now, I will treat it as one of those things because it's something very common with some of the Ghana Premier League teams. And me share down for seriousness, because we've tried to rate them. An official club statement so bad combat me better. Oh, they could have Trona or the Hohoi for a logo account or some official letterhead. Or make me actual official letterhead, Swama will be assigned. And it to be communicated to the media duly through the appropriate channels. The only thing I will say is sir, now my captain didn't come concerning say Obi Chin who free ball. I was the last season.
In
Swatreman Chin who free. The conversation was that Obi are not in Swatrebe Bobo Obi at the 3 points in the master any panel. And among food we see a lot of objections regards to how I need. So amount for the conversation was Obi withdraw points are Obi enyano. A free sa club no. Yentini nyina free. That was the suggestion and amount for worker. And minim so mo call Congress no. Yibo minim how mo ko te ade na se. Because last year Congress almost condemned him by a third term. No, Mr. Okaya, not third term. No, commoning him pass. So as to say, they settled on that aspect where they agreed. They say, "Obi withdraw. Obi anenable be points when you be a yet." No, we can't really say for now. Until you train copy much na me I can't check up some person me train copy much na.
I don't want doubts kakra.
I said me see younger way for you. You can't say Kofo Baku. Young apostles for IB. We've seen them try such a thing. It is highly possible. Highly possible. So
every weekend is omone omo game ko am say suaduru. Hono mo ko bo mo game.
Okay.
Omone dream service na omo home game. And vision for na omo ko bo ho ye ko fa asem bae no. Nom do omo game no ko vision for park so.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Omo pleadi, yes omo pleadi say akomo next home game no. Komo mo no Accra. Because traveling from Hohoi to Swedru another, but FNT.
So let's wait and see what will happen. Maybe, just maybe, they might have a valid case. But until say anyone be settled, I still have my doubts with that. Njibo, me share down 4 months 70 serious. Now, lawyer Safuduku ne Kotoko new group ya wakoti. Nsem kakao. One major observation from this group nature say lawyer Ejumano onto Asubi. Because if you really want to manage a Santekoroko communication department and perform to its fullest expectation, umfa supporters group management so be kan Ejuma. Jemi Yepa. As to say or set the tone, na later obi aba take over. Social letterhead na ho hia me pa. Statement I babontia founder Elo Asafuduku. Meaning for a new group ya form no 1st April 2026. Less than a year, the founder will play a critical role in the survival of the group. I'm not talking about the intention. Remember intention, but about say wow then won't mean that in less than 6 months makoda baby into obi nya adwuma no adwuma no wo na obeye pa. So for the Kotoko group omo o wati say be gina no oda enye yi. And even with the Kotoko communication department in Captain, it is a job that should be given to somebody a majority of his time or by allocating ama Kotoko. Now the remaining 30%, as the video about 70-30, remaining 30 or the among other things. But lawyer Juma or lawyer ye, maybe or Chinabi lawyer or Accra handle case, or Chinabi lawyer or Takrade, or China lawyer or Takwa, or China lawyer or Kumase. And even with this job, full time, no any massive attention, the unit need demand, no. Lawyer born home then, but aka baby kakra. So adding a supporters group, over targeting now, you are going to go out there, convince people to contribute at least 500 Ghana cedis to Kotoko every month. Tibo, so when you nipa we were first month, second month no kura wotua no kura nya adwuma ketwa. So I don't think lawyer with this particular statement he is announcing his exit from Kotoko. Say ebia me free Kotoko ba me da so do Kotoko. Imprempren mintimi nkasa mintimi nyese. Ba me poa pesca dia bre Kotoko. And one steady lawyer interviews or tie na as a san common wom board for Frabe, Mumyambo, Momunyeska, send on between Jumano. There seems to be that undertone from lawyer regards to contributing to the new board so that they can be financially sound to manage Kotoko. Intimidibo group them a financial lawyer or the Jume Banner.
Okay, Mamma will for me call voice is here. The old horses say, Timmy training. Ebo watches and Yamia Mochina, ombetu akɔso aduru
okay send me the two anymore no send me two anymore from say she lawyer statement or the Bible the letterhead so come oh there no be na atro na the logo ato ase I don't see a bit of official me who say you be sa nti na me say yam fan to baby na yam man
and ma menya clarification we so weekend yo mu game mo ne 11 wonders and na ebo na on say two teams ni nyina asoso nkran nti be choho ni nkran de say wakora enwa bia sa na mo de 2F na nim say nka game no ko mo nyimra nkran 11 wonders for Jose Sikase mo hoden and no mo hoho for so no
homa
11 wonders so
okay
tinka we the 11 wonders
11 wonders so on bo akra na
is on bo so do
wonders bo so do
ai
ana hwana e ko president family cry no
anka hoho for no
wa ko we na ko pre
omon 11 wonders for no kase mantia se mo de ma yafi na fi na antia se
hoho for the involve David ne so o period a o trauma o person boy postpone you through home I think they a certain period be say a go through answer and we adopt that venue no as home venue so they national for the Accra
come on no ho for no we are number
as am pe kwa we are there year free
on say so duru for no young day you can for
11 wonders so do all blast no 11 wonders
on wa read that
ai
to we know to mu say ase the kobo so duru kwan bia so duru for be 11 wonders ama ma hye hohoye no send ye be koto omo so duru for an advantage na
say it remains neutral grounds
Debbie unta
well wonders something kind
same fan say kotoko pe league aje okay kotoko home babayara na kotoko ni bia go stars na pre league e na bechim ono league no mfa anya hwe o waje atum so okọ wayi ni match de ababayara to ye show say den akotoko for be don be bia say bechim na nka e bia nke bo be fufura obi a hye no so beti a hye no
oh anga na obeso fiba but my review say Samates eso bo against 11 wonders e was so dru and 11 wonders home
so that is their home
Samates no oni ni asem the only reason why Hohoi will prefer the match at any venue outside Swedro is a Swedro a person of interest
but here no
Swedro team or in say ene Hohoi lose this is the league table Swedro 32 Hohoi was 30 okay and Swedro for them say they need to try as much as possible to survive before Sobeba Kumase last day because Kotoko a team where you can't trust when you are being relegated nti Swedro in the last match in any home away to when bia so by the time about the last match no gina yie no eso gina ta na nkoma na kwakoye nti match we ebo Accra captain me catch us nke be wie na nka hohoi a 11 wonders ke be wie na nka hohoi a 11 wonders ba won kobo no wo Swedro no how many tries even a draw will mean that still Swedro benya more points than Hohoi because it's a league na ebon so on this 11 wonders say boy you can easily calculate to say what's an area so now Swedro at that venue becomes a person of interest they now have easy access to interfere in the game through fair and foul means which will be uncomfortable for Hohoi because you're born Accra you come at the own team in be say referees no matter that's what do if there are any operational cost now when you are Brenna Jibo can we come now and you easily have to get involved in that and Swedro want to have the ability to do that that is why I prefer say I'm going to be fufuro bia than a ho enti
what we dey we right to show
the so many home team no connected
that's why I say if you because of YouTube
they become fit me adjust based on the request from the home team
and I'm say home team cannot be playing here then the following week now ko the go now ko abra enye se ebia something like force maje and as ebia Jibo yeah Boliga yeah Boliga who presented two venues first one and the alternative one. So I want to believe say omuji two some because what do no. And because first one ball Legon Park. And I think the Legon because of renovation work here call. Omuko the second venue omu the ma F.
But no so am finding no so out.
Okay.
Yes, and it's with my final.
Because say 11 wonders choose Legon.
None alternative.
No more alternative swedru. And so am finding out.
Okay. So whatever been the case, I want to believe say a home pokrana. Ebia, obudisa to mon kwa krana now. They go to the effort to say some boss swedru. That's what they allowed them to play against Samates. Oh. I've also sorry I did I was here no about Eben can over Eben Candy. Yamva Rank across what stadium. Now, Emma, if you are near Sacoin. Yes, Maria. Oh, for everyone, there's Maria.
Also, so Kumasi. To almost a real power.
Maria on Tom movie, no, or you know, league matches. What I say. And then I'll call your punishment. None of him Kakra. Say Vishi Nipan did attempt 3 home match ban. Hey.
Dibo,
woman very
ubisale asafu duku fa the whole brand in common.
Ketwebi. Na yonko koles nso.
When the inti ayana make cancel. Got transition me I used to la mama no. No. Because a human da whole. And on say so steady kotoko anytime there's a new management, people expect this kind of energy. And kebi on yemfen tu ade na se prekope. So I almost say naturally no when announcement be say about obi started boboneketo
announcement be
concerning board nearby you know.
I said there's no problem as far as who brand new concern or more contract and the contract man every year. Why do you temper with
it?
And you know I think they've worked for that. Maybe information say I extended long before there was a food go ever and you said yes is here now.
I'm extending it 2 years.
Aye.
After the first 1 year.
After
that, got one announcement. And so 2 years in the season we call unless if you're signing a hidden contract on my announcement.
Why no want to me? There is
okay. I'm
trying time on my announcement.
And so that I agree.
And the over church the wood now
can say. I'm about first no. I'm signing 1 year. That was the first year of the IMC. And we are almost signing 2 years. 2 years was last season. And I bought last season. And I bought this season. Next season we are aso. So unless it's almost signing be at what or man publishing.
If you're more trained down by announcement.
I'm say 3 years. 3 years.
3 years.
And I'm first in 1 year.
1 year. And second season 2 years. Okay, that's no more. Unless someone signing which I doubt. I know THB probably offered a contract. But I have to say,
my man announced line in film 0322494401 0322494771. Wait me a friend.
Number community gala no ebaso. If you fear that, I can cause you that. Inter-community gala ebaso. The team like Okeski Club, the Chamso Youth Club, and social club.
So only some men that we train muna. Before me done there, no ye Mrs. Evelyn in Siansai. They say the doctor Nababe can hold you.
Oh, Yamishano.
I say the
Yamishano.
Oye PhD doctor.
Minyabano,
Yes.
Yeah. Obey, I can.
Personal assistant to the board chairman of Kumasi Asante.
Oh, fantastic.
They say there. Okona nimsa.
It's in Ghana chest. Steve, I'm so catch it. For no. My friends, if I'm not, oh, Sandy. You don't know you know of it.
Would you maybe I can say Finado was smart to us? My honest so mammy, would you maybe I can say Finado was smart to us?
Good evening.
Even if I do TV and our radio set, no, Dumnema, why?
But I want to say,
Boko Naswe.
Boko, the Mosino would you a moody. Is that can you teach me?
Okay, is a young content him.
But you, some person, and you couldn't find for some many years.